Peace and blessings. I'm going to just get right into it. So I called in my angels, my ancestors, Mother Nature, Mother Gaia, and the Most High God for this reading. I just wanted to know what was on the topic of the day. What was the energy? What did I need to know? Anything that came up. So when I first started shuffling the cards, I started to get high tension in the back of my head, and as well as pressure. And then when the hearing voices and ringing of ears came out, I was like, oh, I already know what that means. You know, a lot of the ascension symptoms, it was different migraines, headaches, a lot of the pressure of condensing the high level realms and high dimensions into smaller realms, and transmuting that energy and having us receive it at a maximum level, solar flares and also heavy energy and everything like that. All the ascension symptoms are going to have different effects with the body and bodily aches and pains and tension and everything. But hearing voices and ringing of ears was happening these last couple of days. So I knew that it was different messages and signs from my spirit guides, from my angels. And then I got protected by dragons. I've already have a video out about being protected by dragons, which is Ashe to the dragons. And then I got charms in reverse, which is trinkets, collections, things that are memorizing beauty and glamour spells. So this can be someone trying to do a beauty and glamour spell on me or on whoever's watching this. This also can talk about get into your beauty, get into your glamour. This is where the self-love comes from. As well as I'm seeing a lot of blue cards and a lot of purple cards. So I do know there is a major crown chakra activation going on right now, as well as throat chakra activation. I also see Holy Grail, which I matched that with my holy womb of the divine woman, Holy Grail, as well as in connection with the Vatican. And I also got caught working in dreams, minds, and stopping visions and abilities. So if you've been having dreams with certain people, ops or enemies, anybody who's been doing questionable things in your dream, they've been working up in your mind, trying to stop you from remembering the dream, as well as stop your different spiritual abilities from increasing at this time. I also got Grimoire, which I matched this card with my Book of Shadows card. If you watch Charmed, you know that they be in that book like no other. This is the book that they have incantations, spells, remedies, potions. This is a grimoire book. So maybe you should start writing a book with all your different spiritual insights, or refer to the book to heal yourself or find out what kind of protection you need. I also got frankincense and myrrh, which is a great cleansing incense, as well as for protection and purification, because it does purify your environment. And I'm going to go ahead and light one now just to get the energy cleansed and get it protected up in here, because we about to go deep. Next, I got water spirits. And so I already knew what this was about, because I have been battling the water spirits for about 3 years now. I was initiated through witchcraft through the water kingdom, the water marine kingdom, unbeknownst to me. This is something that happened in dream time and with foreign languages. So I didn't know what they were talking about, but my spirit did know, because I have went through those initiations in the past, in past lives, as well as my connection with certain water spirits and deities. And so it was, better for me to go through that way, as well as I guess that was the spiritual path they wanted me on. And these water spirits, I have been in conflict with them, because I did reject certain offers from them, as well as I went and got baptized. So I had the Holy Spirit within me, and having that holy fire goes completely against the marine kingdom, even though we're both baptized in water. But it's different ways that you can go about it. So, me sending fire against them for them attacking me, and then them sending attacks at me, I've had to where my roof had flooded. The whole roof just fell right down on my floor in the living room, causing water damage, as well as water damage to my carpet, as well as pipes busting in my house, and leaks, as well as leaks within my toilet and everything else. when the water spirits are against you, when you are dealing with water damage in your house, or you end up being in traffic, there's rain. I even had to where the rain literally picked up the car one time and hit the medium, as well as me drowning in a pool at a water park. So I already knew that I was like button heads with the marine kingdom and the water spirits, as well as these different witches and warlocks that I were coming against were water witches and warlocks. So they would send their spirits to try to come against me, and that's how things were happening, as well as different sacrifices, offerings, and things like that. And then I had got root chakra activation. This root chakra activation was I knew everything about it, because that means that I am firm in my foundation. I am solid, I'm grounded, I'm rooted, not only in truth but also in power, because that is the beginning of the chakras. And so all the other ones can't function if you're still operating in the lower one, which deals with material, money, sex, and stuff like that. So activating it helps align all the rest of them to be in activation. As well as sleeping, God speaks, talks about pay attention to your dream, because the Most High is speaking to you in your dreams. You might be having spiritual meetings in your dreams, and it's things that you might need to pay attention to, as well as you would get prophetic words, you would get directions, intuition will guide you. The Chris Brown card, I do not know what that is about. I have had 2 different dreams with Chris Brown. I seen him and Cardi B laughing. I don't know if they were laughing at me or there was an inside joke. I don't know. I was just watching them sitting there on the booth laughing. And then the second one, I had seen him singing and doing some type of love spell. So, I don't know why that came in, but I did know what the Virgo is. I have been coming against a lot of Virgos in my energy. Different Virgos on a job, different Virgos, celebrities like Beyonce. I had a whole video on it on my other TikTok, but my TikTok was banned, so I'm going to be speaking on stuff now. And so a lot of these people who have came against you, they're under judgment, and it's not just going to be in the court of law physically, it's also in the court of law in the heavenly courts. Also, some people have been astral projecting to you, using you in rituals for manifestation. This is going to be me or whoever's watching this video. Thank you for watching. Please give a like, share, and subscribe. They're doing these attacks because you are not from Earth. You are from the ethers. You have an old soul. You are spiritually gifted. You are special, and this is nothing new to you. As well as you have that Mayat energy. So you're someone that brings justice. You're someone that brings balance into the world. And so you're most likely a starseed. As well as I got sacral chakra activation. So that's great. Root chakra is activated. Sacral chakra is activated. Sacral deals with the sexual energy. As well as there is fake spiritualists and fake psychics in your energy, guessing on your next move or trying to copycat and be you, and cause stagnation and delay by them getting the success when you're the one that is chosen and gifted. There's also been a Latina person who has been doing food spirit cooking in the dreams, causing you to eat in the dreams. I had a dream today to where somebody was giving me Taco Bell. Then another one, the Most High was warning me about eating those banquet steak dinners, as well as eating cabbage, mac and cheese, meatloaf, and steak from any coworker if there's any potluck. So just be mindful of the things that you're eating. Pray over your food, because they are putting roots in the food. There is an unseen attacker, because I don't know who this Latina person is, but there's an unseen attacker who has also been throwing blockages on your creativity. Creating laziness. This is actually my solar plexus chakra. So this is right here is where there's no ebb and flow. This is where it stops. This is where it kind of gets a little wobbly when it comes to you aligning with your chakras. The solar plexus chakra is not as active as the other ones. It's supposed to be active, but because of the spirit of sloth, the spirit of sickness, the spirit of laziness, you're unable to create those businesses. They have released new demons onto you and sent new demons to your house, as well as demons in the old. People that you have already past encountered, battled, and released, trying to come back just so they can get you distracted so that you don't create. Like I said, they are putting roots on people using hoodoo, or maybe you use hoodoo to protect yourself. However, they have been sending out hexing. And when I looked at this deck, this actually, the first pull of cards was for me. But then this pull of cards was for Dana Jackson when I asked what is going on or what happened with Dana Jackson. So what I got was her sacral chakra was very activated. She sought out a priestess or a mambo Haitian to assist her with her transition to becoming a mambo herself. This might have been a fake spiritualist or a fake psychic. They wanted her to be delayed in certain aspects, not passing the initiation, as well as I feel like when she was in Haiti, because she mysteriously died in Haiti, she was eating certain food that was cursed over. She did not see her attacker coming. When she had her last breath on that last couple days, she was very lazy. She couldn't get enough done. She was in a lot of pain, as well as I seen her kind of laying down by a body of water, fatigued and distressed. And which brought me to, before I even started pulling, because I didn't know about her issue until after, Spirit was already revealing to me that she was in my energy and what was going on, because her birthday was September 13th, or it would have been September 13th this year, on Friday the 13th, a very spiritual day, 13th being the day of a goddess, Friday being the day of darkness. And so a lot of people do their magic on that day, but it's also lined up for a sacrifice. And so that means she was the Virgo that came out in the first read. And this is my spirituality deck. So she was appearing and letting us know that she has been targeted or was targeted by certain water spirits. And she also put in her, when she texted her son, she let them know that they were about to go into the ocean to give certain offerings to ocean deity in Haitian voodoo. So she already had a connection with them. I feel like that the offering that she gave, it probably was accepted or denied, but she also was used as a living sacrifice as well. And then the roots that they put on her was hexing her to cause heart problems, health problems. And if you watch my other videos, they said that she died from having strokes, seizures, as well as something with the heart, and then brain aneurysm. If you know how voodoo and hoodoo works, one can die from heart attack, and they're like, oh, it's medical, when it's so spiritual. She also was brainwashed because she was under certain illusion spells to thinking, I need to go to Haiti. If you have a strong urge to go to a country, a state, you feel like, oh, this place is calling you, and you have not consulted your guides, the angels, the ancestors, the Most High, most likely something is calling you to that place and to that area, so that you're in their territory, you're in their land, they have control, they have power, as well as God's chosen by God is in reverse. So she was not chosen by God, the angels and the ancestors, to be crowned as and go through the initiation process as a priest, as a mambo. All right, she might have been of royal bloodline. However, she forfeited her royalty when she decided to go through certain initiations, as well as the mambo or the priest who was responsible appeared in this reading, as well as something with Pharisees. So she might have known about the different Hebrew Israelites, or the different, I do know she told her son that she was about to go to church and to pray for her, and if she doesn't hear back, or she should hear back from him on the 22nd or the 23rd. So I don't know what her connection, or if there's some Pharisees in my energy, which I do know there is likely to be some Pharisees in my energy because of my connection with the Hebrew Israelites, as well as certain Jewish people and people who went against the Messiah, making certain laws and going after certain chosen people as like a hit list. As well as if you're dealing with any sore throats at this time, or you're tongue-tied, stumbling, can't speak, they're doing certain things. See, look at me. I can't even talk right now. They're doing certain things to where your throat chakra is blocked. These are shut up spells, can't talk spells. These are things so you don't have any say. So I'm thinking, like, was she put in a position where it was kind of questionable what was going on, and she probably had some concerns, and they was like, no, you cannot speak, or this is what we're going to do. You signed up for this initiation, you have to go through, which already the initiation, it was ruled that she couldn't have no communication, no contact, so there was basically put your phones away. And so already communication was cut off. And I feel like the universe knew what was going to happen. I mean, of course, but the universe it is like concluding her right now because she has passed away. Her body has not been released to us. Autopsy hasn't been done. She did say she was going into church, so it's a process of what they do in certain initiations. It's the death process and then the rebirth, and so they want you to resurrect just like the Messiah. So if they try to kill you, your spirit's still alive. If they try to kill your spirit, your body's still alive. You're still kind of living halfway in the living, halfway in the dead, kind of their zombie sacrifice. But she did not resurrect from whatever rituals that they were doing in the initiation. She ended up passing, as well as that means that she also forfeited her spiritual blessings, as well as her spiritual blessings that she had went to this mumbo, went to this priest, went to whoever did the sacrifice, and they received her as a sacrifice. I'm playing this now because the mumbo's name was Mambo Mood. When I did this reading, I kid you not, my man sitting in the room playing GTA, and look at the coincidence. It's no coincidence that this lady popped up on the screen asking him, does he want to be a bounty hunter? That's why I think she was a witch doctor that was hired to eventually try to take her out, because she was guided by her. I even went to her YouTube. She probably was watching them on YouTube, following them on Facebook, because this has happened to me before. If you watch my testimony in the other videos, and look at spirit revealing it all. I said, who was involved? I'm over there shuffling. I'm like, who's all involved? What happened? Who did it? And what do they have to say? And this lady appeared on the screen with the same name. Okay, come through, spirit. Come through.
Looking to spread their wings. That's where you come in. I'm gonna need somebody to open another office for me. This is a ripe opportunity for a young, cash-rich bounty hunter like yourself to run their very own bail enforcement.
Like, spirit really do not miss. And then this man Tony hits his line talking about a ritual sacrifice. Like, literally, he said that in the text right here. I'm like, oh my goodness, what in the world? What is going on? I got goosebumps at that point. And I literally felt her energy in my room. And the day before that, I literally felt the spirit of death in my room. Like, the little angel of death, with the pitchfork and everything, with the mark of Baron Samedi and Papa Legba on my wall by whatever Haitian voodoo or voodoo was done against me, because I know somebody just went to the crossroads against me as well as against this lady. And then the whole Grim Reaper energy I kind of seen in my mind's eye, as well as the mischievous dog. So I know it was talking about the hellhounds, but right here it's talking about what's up, what's the hold up. Get the staff and borrow the speaker system from those ritual sacrifice posers. These are some ritual sacrifice and posers. That's what they did. And so I was just blown away at that point. And then I just had to continue doing the reading, because I was like, what's next? What's the next, spirit? And I called in more protection as well, and a little bit of Florida water all up on me because I was like, this energy ain't right. Okay. So I was asking Spirit who else was involved. Siren came out first. Like I said, they lured her there. I do believe the sirens, if you know about the mermaids and the history with Haiti, I do believe they called her there. I do believe she had a calling there, was drawn there. A lot of women was around her on this trip, as well as I believe the monitoring spirits were those who were on the trip with her to see how she was doing with everything, how she reacted to everything, just watching her every move to make sure that the ritual and the sacrifice was lined up for her, as well as her name was Dana, which means wise men. I pulled wise men right here, wise women, and this was way before I even knew about the whole situation or even looked up the meaning of her name. This is when me just asking Spirit what's going on, who's involved, what happened. This is the people card, so this is what came out for the people. Then, as well as I got designed to make you fail. So the system is designed to make you fail, but this was my system designed to make you fail. On this occasion, with this circumstance, this situation, the initiation was designed to make her fail. They knew she wasn't going to get past that initiation. Plus, it's a closed practice. If you're not of Haitian bloodline, then it's 9 times out of 10 you won't make it through all those different tests that they do. This is test of the soul. This is something of different things going on spiritually, fighting certain spiritualities, principalities, fighting certain lower parts of yourselves, getting certain spirits within you, taming those spirits, going through certain rituals. Some things are dangerous, some things is violence. It's a test of the soul. And so a lot of people who are not usually Haitian or prepared for this can go through these different things. Of course, she knew what she was signing up for. However, they knew that it was not going to be prosperous. And like I said before in my other videos, if she did a consultation and did a reading with her angels, her ancestors, or even prayed and asked God, fasted and prayed, it would have been known and shown to her that this wasn't the good idea to do. As well as she might have had a copycat or a doppelganger, someone who needed her organs that would benefit off of her sacrifice, or someone who wanted to mirror her and use her likeness, her glory, her beauty. Destiny swapping. And then I feel like a lot of these people are prejudiced, like I said, so they might have been racist towards her in Haiti, because it was rumored allegedly that she wasn't treated right. And a lot of people are really harmful to people of American descent, people who are not on the island. They have a lot of hatred towards Americans, as well as especially when they find out that you are of African descent and that you came from different parts of Africa, that you might be already in America as an indigenous person, as an aboriginal, or even coming from the slave coast and being Hebrew. So a lot of those things get judged and frowned upon, as well as this was a Queen of Heaven sacrifice because her name was close to Diana as well as the Jackson. I speak about this in my first video. So they wanted to make her as an example, as well as a lot of different celebrities might in the energy. So whenever a sacrifice is done, that celebrity can benefit off of that sacrifice, use that for their upcoming whatever they got going on. So I already seen Chris Brown in the energy, as well as Taylor Swift. I don't know if my cards accidentally released those two, or if they had some type of involvement. I don't know why they would have any involvement with her, especially she was born in North Carolina, ended up moving to Georgia, and then just, was interested in being a mambo, right? So it shouldn't have nothing, nor correlations. I definitely know why the Catholic was there, because the people in Haiti, they're either practice voodoo, or they're Catholic, or they're Christianity. Earlier I said they're either Catholic, voodoo, or Islam, but actually it's Christianity and Catholic. And she did tell her son that they were going after the giving the offerings to the river spirits, which was connecting with her issues with the water kingdom and the offerings and stuff like that. I just seen 111 on the clock. She also went to a church, and then she was going to talk to him on the 22nd. She even asked for him to pray for her. So I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 it was a Catholic church, because it's a lot of Catholic church out there. And then this old hag could be the Mambo. I thought it was Mumbo anyway with an M, but hers was Mambo for some reason. Anyway, some old hag in the energy, as well as the Illuminati came out of all things. And so in connection with that celebrity, as well as certain Illuminati, they can pull cards on people, as well as doing gematria, as well as when you're born and you have your fingerprint, handprint, date of birth, hospital records, everything, all that goes into the system, and they're able to know your future, your powers, your abilities, know who you are. And at a certain amount of time, if they need that person for a sacrifice, for an energy harvest, if they need their organs, they can pull that person, and they can start to hire certain people and put things in place. Whole time, I feel like they was plotting this for a couple months. They weren't sure. She said for years she had, well, her son said for years she has been interested in Haitian voodoo. I feel like maybe she was getting interested, getting her feet wet, and then after the year or so or two, she met those people online, started going to different events and gatherings. Then they got asked by certain people in high places months ago, and then there was a payout that was needed, as well as stepfather was in the energy. I don't know what is the connection with the stepfather. He might have been African. There's also a Aries and a Cancer who was in the energy as well. God stepped in, I believe, because she also went to church, as well as she had her son pray for her, as well as he went ahead and just called her home, because whatever they were plotting and planning wasn't the best thing for her. As well as I do believe she called out to God and to Jesus to help her during her last breaths for protection, as well as for repentance, as well as whatever was going on, just to guide her during this process, because she believed this was her calling. However, she was not called to do this, and so God had to make a judgment. And as well as, I feel like I said on the other videos, like it might be some connection with her mother. I also would like to see if there was an insurance policy put out on her. I'm learning life insurance right now, and people can put policies on people and they not even know it. They don't even have to oppose. They don't even have the choice to oppose it, and it will just go to the beneficiaries when the person dies. But I got a karmic mother figure, so I believe that she might have had estranged feelings in relationship with her mother because of this stepfather, very young, as well as leading up to her adult ages. And then with the Mama Wata, connection with the water spirits and the water marine kingdom and the offerings. I do believe it was a fight for her soul. Like I said, that Jesus was called upon, God was called upon. They might have been calling her a bitch. When she was attended in their care, they were very fake. They were acting like enemies. A Scorpio older woman is also involved. And this was all the people who had something to do, or because of what happened, came into the energy and the frequency and the spirit realm as well of what was going on. Then I asked, what was the actions that were done towards her? So, of course, this might be a cold case. Like I said, in the vision that I seen, that I seen in my mind's eye, she was in water, as well as I got ocean in this read as well. So I'm praying that they didn't dump her body in the ocean. Her son did say that her body was moved 3 places. They haven't had her body yet. They haven't done an autopsy, but it will be a cold case because they already have gave them the death certificate in Creole or in French that says she died of heart attack as well as a brain aneurysm. And so whenever these different voodoo, hoodoo, witchcraft curses go on and they end up affecting the body in a natural way or a medical way, it is just signed away as a medical issue and ending, when actually it is something spiritual, a whole murderous hit on someone's life. So I got cold case, so it looks like it might be a cold case, as well as this happened during the summertime. And as well, like I said, she probably had a history of eating in dreams, as well as I believe something that she ate was causing an allergic reaction, something that brought her to immediate ending, as well as when they do use her organs. Like I said, I believe her organs were already taken, have already been taken at this point, and it has already been the next month. Her trip was supposed to be from the 1st to the 26th. She was supposed to get back with him on the 22nd. They said she died 22nd a.m. in the morning. My cards also confirmed that yes, she did die at that time, as well as I seen the death card. But because of the melanin, like I said, these organ harvestings want to extract your melanin, as well as someone was showing up at her house, or someone's going to show up at her house. I don't know, what's something to do with that. Maybe she showed up at somebody else's house. I don't know where they were keeping her at, if she had an Airbnb or if the retreat was at someone's house. I don't know. But someone is saying, pay me, give me money. So like I said, someone was paid in this hit to take her out. Like I said, it was allergic reaction, as well as the reason why her son was trying to text her and couldn't get a hold of her, why they said no phones. They literally took her phone away, or she lost her phone. After this death, these people were laughing over her. They were laughing, they were celebrating, they were having orgies after, and they were smoking crack. They were literally sniffing coke and being junkies, drinking. I seen stuff with them. They already had the rum out at one of the different festivals on the YouTube videos. Afterwards, after the deed is done, they went ahead and they celebrated. As she's sitting there with a heart attack, having blood pressure, dealing with the revelation that she's not going to be able to come back to the home. The truth of what this was, a straight up trap for an early death and attack on her, as they're sitting there sacrificing her, having sex orgies, connected with secret societies. The place was even called Society in French or something like that. And look, initiation had popped up, and before I even knew she had an initiation. And something with the ocean, like I said, I pray that she is not in the ocean to this day, but she was by the ocean when this happened. And I feel like she also was asking them for water. Like I said, and then somebody in Texas is significant. I feel like one of the celebrities is in Texas. And then, like, she got on the plane, flew all the way to Haiti. They said she didn't bring her medication, so she was having health concerns, but her son knew nothing about this. They just sent back a death certificate to her. And then, like I said, my cards did confirm she did die early in the morning, and she was in pain. Okay, I watched one reading when someone said, oh, she's not in pain. She was just wondering what happened and how to take the curse off. You're already dead. There's no need to take the curse off after you're dead. She was in pain. She was having stomach issues because of the poisoned food. She was having cramps and issues, body aches and pains, depression, because she's like, oh, I was tricked, and I'm not going to see my son again. She wasn't able to see her son. And so it was a dreadful day for her, as well as this talks about the dreadful day of the Lord coming. Like I said, she used to be a church lady, but because certain things and different spiritual paths, she ended up going through Haitian voodoo and trying to learn and work her way through there. And also, I'm releasing this video on the full moon of Aquarius. We just had a blood moon. The scripture of the dreadful day of the Lord talks about the moon becomes like red and the sun becomes darkened. Okay, Spirit and the Most High God does not play. Like I said, always on point. I do not miss. And then it says, I see you. Okay, so somebody was probably tapping in to me when I did this reading. Like I said, I believe that Mumbo already knew that I was doing a reading because she popped up in the GTA. And then also Dragonfly talks about fast movement, transformation. So she's going through certain transformations right now, because now she has to deal with the realization that she is a spirit now, and something happened on Wednesday. I forgot to even look to see if July 22nd was a Wednesday or not. I'm going to go check real quick. 1 second. So July 22nd was actually a Monday, but I believe on Wednesday, July 17th, this is when she started to decline. Her son didn't hear back from her since the 13th. She couldn't have her phone all through that period of the last part of the initiation. I feel like she started to get sick and declined on the Wednesday on July 17th. And then passing away on July 22nd when the initiations was supposed to be over and she was supposed to get in contact with her son. She was so beautiful, like I said, a beautiful person, a beautiful soul. She probably was supposed to meet her soulmate. She probably went through a divorce in the past. Like I said, Taylor Swift was in the energy for some reason. I feel like they drove her around and they did transportation in the Honda in Haiti. She was in darkness behind this in this van, probably as a spirit, seeing her soul there, being lost. Because I got Atlantis right here, which talks about lost city as well as water sacrifice in the water kingdom as well. So either she's in the water and in darkness, or she was in darkness and lost as a spirit. And this is all that I had got, like the full reading of everything. When I asked what was the actions towards her, what places is involved, what other things were significant in the association with Dana Jackson. Rest in peace to her. I'm sending love, protection, and healing to her son. I'm praying that they can get her body back on American soil so that they can do the necessary transitioning, ascension process, funeral, and cremation and all that, because this was just unjust. This was really really evil. This was a plot and plan on our life. This is why we should fast and pray, seek the Most High's face, as well as ask the angels and ancestors before we do anything. Consult and make sure that we know what's our next move, what's good for us, what's best for us, as well as not trusting of so many people. Like I said, they have no remorse. They're not telling him the full story, the son, of what's going on, where her body is now, what happened. It's a tragedy. It's a shame. I hate that this happened. I hate that this is what it's come to now. Like I said, I even wanted to be a mambo. I didn't get this far, and thank goodness, because this could have been my own downfall. This could have been my own destiny. And I'm just like, it's just a shame, because we want to try to tap in spiritually other ways, and these spirits are calling out to us, and we think that these spirits are going to protect us in certain things. We think these entities, these deities, are going to protect us, but all the time, all the while, these other people are using these spirits, these deities, to come against us. So really, at the end of the day, they're going to go with who has the more sacrifice, who has the most loyalty, who do I know actually. And if they're paying me to do something, then I'm going to go ahead and do it, because that's just how the spiritual realm goes. Hierarchy, as well as always needing an offering, a sacrifice. So yeah, that's mostly what I have. This is what was revealed to me when I asked about it. I asked Spirit of Angels, and I literally was asking her to just come through and just let us know what is the truth, what really happened, what's going on, what do we need to know. And hopefully her son can get to this, but it's really heart-wrenching to even like get this type of information. So I'm just praying that clarity comes and truth and justice prevails in the end. Put light to the darkness and bounce to the light. Praying you and yours is protected and directed. Shalom and peace.